My father always said dying in battle was easier than dying forgotten. He said it with a crooked smile, his left leg stiff from shrapnel, his right hand still trembling from whatever happened in the Gulf. He survived Vietnam, then Desert Storm. 2 wars, 2 decades apart. They gave him medals, folded flags, and 6 kinds of pills. But none of that mattered when I dropped him off at the John R. Mallory VA hospital in Kentucky with a cough and a fever, thinking it would just be for observation. He smiled, called me kiddo, and promised he'd be home by the weekend. That was the last time I saw him. The hospital called 3 days later. "Ms. Collins, your father passed early this morning from cardiac arrest. We're truly sorry for your loss." My breath left my lungs. I asked when I could come see him. They hesitated. Then, "Due to protocol restrictions, the body is being handled off-site per CDC guidance. No visitation permitted. We'll contact you for arrangements." It didn't sit right. Not just the vague excuse, but the voice of the nurse, mechanical, rehearsed. I asked for a copy of the report. Nothing. Asked for the attending physician's name. "Unavailable." The funeral director they referred me to said the hospital hadn't released a body, said he didn't even have a case file under my father's name. I drove to the hospital. They wouldn't let me pass the front desk, told me patient records were confidential. I yelled, cried, threatened to bring the news. Security walked me out. That night, I sat in my apartment with my dad's old journal on my lap and his army photo in my hand. And I knew. He wasn't dead, not yet. I work for a government records contractor, part of a digitization team for the National Archives. My clearance isn't high, but I know how systems work. More importantly, I know how to break them. I logged into the VA backend. The interface was outdated, a relic of 2006, patched over with broken links and blank placeholders. I searched my dad's patient number. The screen flickered, then showed a simple message. Active, hold status, transfer blocked. No death date, no medical report, just a red warning flag and a string of internal codes I didn't recognize. I tried to pull logs, access denied. I messaged an old friend, Jordan, ex-IT from my agency. He owed me. I sent the code string. He called me back 5 minutes later, whispering, "What the hell did you find, Emily? This tag, this isn't just VA, it's military affiliate lockdown, cross-agency encrypted, like black budget encrypted." I felt cold, asked what it meant. He said, "Your dad isn't listed as deceased. That hold status, that's used when someone is physically present but not allowed to be moved." Like a prisoner? Like a ghost. I packed a bag, took my laptop, and drove back to the hospital. This time, I didn't walk through the front door. At the rear of the facility, there's a service corridor. Most VA buildings follow the same pattern. I'd seen the blueprints before. I found a rusted door with a broken keypad, slipped in when an orderly exited for a smoke break. The air inside was colder, quieter, like even the hospital forgot this wing existed. Old signs still hung on the walls. Psychiatric evaluation. Long-term neuro rehab. I walked past empty rooms, wheelchairs facing windows with no views. Then I heard it, a shuffle, a hum, someone singing. I followed the sound to a door marked Ward B, restricted. The keypad was dead, but the hinges were old. One sharp jab with my emergency lock tool and it gave. Inside, the lights were low. The air smelled of iodine and bleach. Rows of beds, half filled. Some men just stared at the ceiling. Others rocked gently. One hummed Danny Boy. Then I saw him. Third bed from the left. Thinner, eyes sunken, but him. "Dad?" He blinked, looked at me, whispered, "Kiddo, they told me you were gone." I ran to him, held his hand. It trembled like always, real. A nurse appeared behind me, not in scrubs, plain grey uniform, no name tag. "You can't be here." I stood in front of him. "He's my father. He's not dead. You lied." She pressed a button. Alarm, footsteps. I ran. I made it out, barely. Got to my car, called Jordan. "He's alive," I said. "They're hiding him, and others." Jordan said, "Emily, we need to talk. Your dad's not the only one. There's a list, and it's long." I met Jordan the next night at an abandoned rest stop outside Fort Knox. He had a flash drive and a six-pack. Said both were for courage. We sat on the hood of his truck, stars above us, and he showed me a spreadsheet. VA holds status, national. 216 names, ages, branch of service, last hospitalization, all flagged as deceased in public records, but inside VA, active, restricted. My dad was number 38. "How long has this been going on?" I asked. Jordan shrugged. "Earliest I could find was 2003, but maybe longer. Post 9/11 things got weird. Budget spikes, mental health, overrides, whole units reassigned." I stared at the names. A woman from the Navy with PTSD, a Korean war pilot, a 19-year-old who went in for anxiety, all held. We came up with a plan. I'd expose it, carefully, quietly, through the only person I trusted in media, Rachel Nunes, an investigative journalist who once did a story on experimental drugs tested on enlisted men in the 90s. She owed me. I called her. She answered on the first ring. "Emily," she said, "if you're calling, it's either very good or very dangerous." "Both." I sent her the video I took inside the ward. My dad's face, his voice. Rachel didn't reply for 4 hours, then she called, whispering, "I've never seen anything like this. I'm in. But we need more than video. We need internal documents, orders, names, and we need a whistleblower." So I went back, this time through the basement. There's a maintenance tunnel connecting the VA to the old outpatient psych building, sealed in 2011, but the lock? Still manual. I cut through and found myself under fluorescent flickers and forgotten beds. I found a file room, unlabeled, dusty, dozens of boxes. In one, VA Comms Project Mind Haven. Inside, memos, test protocols, behavioral studies, signatures from contractors tied to DARPA, subjects identified by numbers, cross-referenced to names on Jordan's spreadsheet. One doc said, "Subject 38 displayed lucid recollection but remains non-compliant. Recommend memory erasure." Subject 38 was my dad. I took everything. Jordan encrypted it. Rachel published a teaser. Headline, "Are America's veterans being hidden in plain sight?" It exploded. Social media, podcasts, TV, the VA denied, called it a hoax. But veterans recognized the names. Families came forward. Then someone tried to break into my apartment. Didn't steal anything, just trashed my dad's medals. Left a note, "Stop digging." I didn't. Instead, I held a press conference. I stood with Rachel and Jordan, with photos, video, names. We told the world what we found. Congress responded. A federal investigation was launched. The VA director resigned. 2 black site contractors were arrested. And 1 week later, I got the call. "You can come get him." I picked up my dad in a quiet wing of the hospital. He was thin, weak, but smiling. "Told you I'd be home by the weekend," he said. We cried, held hands, walked outside together. Veterans groups cheered us. A photo of us, him in his old army jacket, me with tears in my eyes, went viral. People said we were brave. We weren't. We were just tired of letting silence win. Thank you for watching. If you want to get more that kind of stories, press like and check out our channel.